So my father passed a few months ago,
Oh,
and the
so
thing
sorry.
is, thank you.
R.I.P. Pops.
And the thing is, he left everything to me: his house, his investments, his business. He didn't give anything to my sisters, who are estranged and with our mother ever since my parents divorced.
Mm.
And my sisters are they
Damn.
have asked me to help pay their student loans because my father left them with nothing.
How much was it?
Jesus.
Combined, I believe they went to both undergrad and grad, so it's combined. It's about 300,000.
No, how much was the, yes, thank you for telling me that, but how much was the inheritance?
It's a couple of million. It's basically his house, his investments, and his business.
When you say a couple million, is that like 2 million or is that like 6 million?
It's in the eight figures.
Okay.
Eight?
So we're talking 10 million plus.
Yes.
Okay.
You said a couple. Couple means two, straight up. I'm not gonna say a couple if I'm missing. I'm like a lot of millions. Well, he said eight figures. He corrected himself, but still, shit. Okay, damn.
Wow, okay.
So he purposefully did not leave any money to your sisters because he had no
Yeah.
relationship with them, and that was his call to make.
Are they
Basically, he
misbehaviors?
didn't. No, he basically cut them off because they sided with our mother during their divorce.
Oh.
Okay. So they're team mom, you were team dad, and he goes, hey, I'm going to leave it all to my son who's been loyal to me.
Damn.
Yes.
Like for your sisters, for somebody to become estranged, that means you have like no contact from anywhere from in between like 3 years, because some families don't see each other for a long time for whatever reasons. Anytime from like 3 years to 9 years, like it takes a little while for you to become estranged, man. Damn.
Okay. And now they're resentful because they feel like they deserve a portion of this money.
No, you left.
It seems like it, yes.
Okay. I think this is
It's like Michael Jackson took his dad out the will, and his dad was there, but you can see how he felt about his dad. We're talking about people that weren't even there, period, at all. You left. You sided with the mom in whatever situation that was. So
more relational, emotional than it is financial. You could write them a check and pay off the loans, but I don't know that you agree with the principle behind it or that would have been your father's heart.
Well, yeah, what do you want to do?
that's what I would do. I would say, hey, look, I'm not going to give y'all no money at all. I'm not giving y'all nothing because y'all could be lying about the student loans or whatever. Give me the password or whatever to get into the portal, whatever portal y'all got to do. I will pay the bill myself. 300,000. I got 10 million worth of whatever is in the dad's estate, cars, house. I don't know what the dad got, but in the eight figures, I will pay off your student loans. The rest is on you. Y'all, I got this. I'm a because I never had beef with y'all, but I sided with the dad, and we're grown now. We're older, we're adults. We can speak. Y'all spoke when y'all wanted some money. I'm gonna pay the student loans off. That is it. Don't ask me for nothing. For nothing else, and then y'all should be good. Y'all should be on student loans is a big, like, you finish school, that is a big part of the whole thing about finding a job at the college. They'd be like, all these student loans are gonna take me 10, 15 years to pay them off. I gotta be paying them back through the job I get through, whatever I went to school for. Hopefully, if you get a job and whatever you went to school for, you know what I mean? So, hey, I think 300,000 paying that student loan himself is a good enough thing. Just make sure it is that. That's why I said do it yourself. Give me the portal password or whatever. I got y'all.
What's your heart lean towards? What's your heart lean towards?
I don't want to disrespect my father in any way.
Okay.
Do you have a
And
relationship
for
with your
me,
sisters, or is it estranged as well?
It's estranged.
Okay.
So they've only come
Dang.
to me only for very unique cases, or when they were going to college or grad, they came to both my father and I for money. My father, I know I was there. My father refused to
Damn.
pay for them, and that's why they have the debt to begin with.
So it's been
But-
transactional, this entire relationship.
But can I ask, because here,
Yep.
where I'm sitting, and you've given us, thank you for sharing what you've shared so far. What I'm trying to weigh, and George, I don't know how you're looking at this either, but I'm trying to weigh if this was a decision that was made out of dysfunction, which is I'm forcing you to choose sides, and you guys are children, so you're choosing whatever, I don't know, the parent you like the most
Yeah.
that day, that sort of thing. And is this your father, having an kind of just an immature moment, right? Or is this really a reason that is with good reasoning behind it of, hey, I cut them off because they were misbehaving in this way and they made these poor choices.
If we go into detail, it's like, did they reach out to each other while they were growing up? And I guess that never happened, or else he would have had some type of better relationship with the sisters alone. The sister and the brother have been good, but the mom and dad have been not good. But he's only saying they only came for money and the dad for school, and they still went to school, went into debt. And that was, hey, the money that the dad wouldn't give us, can we get that? And can you just give it to us anyway? And I said, no, I don't want to disrespect my dad. He said no to that exact thing while he was here. Shit. I can't fault him.
Or is it literally just simply, I don't like your mother anymore and they like her, you're dead to me?
So my mother had an affair. That's why they divorced.
Oh, damn.
My sister sided with my mother because they liked the affair partner more. And I sided with my father because he was my father.
Oh, hell
Got
no.
you.
Hell no.
Okay, so you can't see how they...
Oh, the dad is... Hell no. Now I see why the dad did what he did. Shit.
would stand by someone who would do such a thing, basically.
Yes.
I understand.
Damn.
Okay.
I think you're going to be resentful if you give this money.
Damn.
And I'd rather them be resentful towards you than you be resentful towards them.
Jesus.
Okay.
There's no easy answer here. They're going to hate you, but it sounds like they didn't like you to begin with.
Yeah.
They just used you for transactional moments.
And who knows what the mom was saying about both of you guys growing up. Or well, at least the father, right? And then you guys get older. Now the mom's probably talking trash about the son and the dad, along with her new boo or however that's going. Maybe they're still together. I have no idea. But it's just like, all right, what's up with your mom's husband or a new guy? Like, is there any men on the mom's side that you can help pay for the college? Why would you come over to the people you hate? Go to the people on your side. You know what I mean? So, damn, she cheated and they sided with the mom. God damn. I've seen some comments on some other videos that are kind of similar to this, like with women like walking out and it's just like, oh, you guys are siding with him, blah, 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 blah. Like one kid would stay and like the daughters would go with the mom or whatever. It's usually how you would kind of see it, right? I saw some comments that go, you should side with the mom in any situation, no matter what it is, in anything, I always side with the mom. Well, in this case, I don't know about that.
And so I don't think this is going to change anything if you say, that wasn't my father's wishes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, I got more to I feel more to it than that. How old were you guys when this happened?
Yeah, what's that?
I was 17. My sisters
17.
were 15 and 13.
I'm thinking y'all were like 9 and 6 years old or something like that. Like kids. Y'all understood somewhat of what was going on. Y'all in high school.
That's interesting to me.
What?
Listen, I don't think there's a wrong or
How old is he now?
right to this. I really don't. It feels very extreme to me that I'm not saying I'm right.
It only seems extreme because of the 8-figure balance. It's the only reason why it's extreme, because it for a regular person, that's an extreme amount of money. It is.
telling you my thoughts. It feels extreme to me that a parent would put children in a situation where they have to choose. And because something about the situation made you guys feel like you had to choose, right?
I was never going to say that was extreme because of the fact that it's okay. Let's say it is extreme, that situation that you just said. But the reason I'm framing it in the way I'm framing it, the way I'm saying it, is because I hate to hear this. We see it all the time today because of social media. We see this happen so much that's become ingrained that it's almost a regular thing. Like, we've seen this before. It shouldn't be like that, but it is. So yeah.
And
Not really. I mean, the thing is, I did not know about my parents' affair. Apparently, my sisters did.
And they said
nothing.
Yeah, they said nothing.
Which is
And
not on
that's
not on the daughters. It's on the parent to not put them in the position to keep that secret.
So the daughters didn't snitch on the mom. The daughters kept it from the dad and everything. You and your pops didn't know in the same household, but the daughters and the mom knew. Holy shit.
Like, kids are kids. Teenagers, they're kids.
A 15-year-old doesn't have the emotional bandwidth to navigate that.
Yeah.
Mommy, there's some other guy with mommy. I saw mommy with another guy. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, mommy had another dude. Mommy, some kids coming to what? Mommy's with some guy Greg down the street. Like, kids will say stuff like that. Like,
and probably thinks, oh, I'm going to be disloyal.
Some man.
Like, kids don't understand what role to play in that. Now, looking back on adults, we can look back and go, maybe I should have done this, maybe I shouldn't. Who knows if they've done the right therapy to work through those things. I just feel that on a surface level, to punish the children for a spousal misbehavior because the children didn't react in the way that the adults felt should have happened. I do struggle with that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just telling you called in. So I'm saying I do have a little bit of a struggle with that.
Well, no, that struggle's over because they're older now and they were acting stank when they were older. So I guess you can say, what was the mom putting in their ears to make the sisters only want to contact them for money and still probably have an attitude and hate the son and hate the dad. And they're just like, yo, whoa. Y'all could reach out and have a conversation. Y'all don't ask to have, like, they were asking him for money when he was alive. That's it. When they're older, we're past the teens now. You don't have to have that struggle no more. That's done. They're grown now.
It's not an error on your part. It feels like an error on the dad for saying, I'll show you, and kind of putting a lot of that sting and unforgiveness for what mom did on the kids. I'm no therapist.
We don't have to forgive nothing.
So that's just my 2 cents. This is tough. I'm not going to lie.
So,
The dad, he didn't say the dad trashed him or say anything negative about them. He might have, I'm not sure, but he had his gripes, and the dad said, look, we just going to carry it off. Me and my son going to go this way. Y'all do your thing. We're going to leave it alone like that. That's it.
so my father, he suffered very greatly from the divorce, very emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
I know because I was there.
Sure. Yeah. Rightfully so.
He dipped into the alcohol. He dipped into alcohol for a while, but he built himself back up.
Uh-huh.
And he showered me with love and attention because I was the only one that he had. And I don't want to in any way disrespect his wishes. I think he had a purpose to when he wrote his will, and he never changed it.
That makes sense.
I think he had a purpose to when he refused my sisters for the college.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only a drop in the bucket. There have been numerous instances where I know that my father has tried to reach out, especially when my sisters had their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they didn't want anything to do with him. So can I ask this question?
Oh, my God.
Did they... okay. He wrote them off because they followed mom. Did they then write him off because he wrote them off? Was it...
He tried to reach out. Oh, my God. All right, man.
Do you see what I'm saying? Who wrote whom off first?
My sisters, definitely.
And what was their reason for writing him off if he was completely an innocent party in all of this? I don't know. That's the part I'm trying to understand. It's one thing for them to be like, we still like mom. Like, we don't want this, and for whatever their reasons were, they continue to have a relationship with her. But what would make them completely disassociate from dear old innocent dad who did nothing wrong but love them?
It was basically, from what I understand, the affair partner was very charismatic. He bought them a lot of stuff, and this was back when my father's business wasn't successful.
Okay.
So much.
She didn't want to shoot with him in the gym.
To say
She decided to go with financially well-off guy, buying them things, didn't buy him a college tuition.
He probably bought their love and affection.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So it was a materialistic relationship.
Here's my final take on this. Again, not trying to play armchair therapist, but I think you're not ready to forgive your sisters and cause reconciliation, and giving them this money feels like you're taking that next step. Is that accurate?
I know that the thing is that I want the old grudges to die. At the same time, I want to respect my father's wishes. And because my father was a God-fearing man, he was very devout, and I know that forgiveness is in the Bible, but
he knows, he has a feeling also, I'm going to say it here, this is what I'm thinking, he probably has a feeling also that they're going to take the money and just never talk to him again. Like, he seems like he wants to end things on an amicable note, like I'm talking about, like, ending the drama. Like, we can, like, you have kids or whatever. Don't know if he has kids or whatever, but at the same time, it's just like, look, if I give him this money, they might have a short conversation with me. I don't know if they'll hate me or whatever, but I'm afraid they're just going to use me for money like they tried to use him. And if the dad tried to reach out himself and they shoot him off, but they're just like, give me money for college. I don't know if they feel that different about him now that he's dead. Who knows, man? This is a hard one.
I don't know. Like, you're right. I am not ready to forgive them for the pain that they caused my father. Neither my mother, neither my sisters.
That's it. You just said it out
If
loud.
you're not ready to forgive,
You're not ready.
Don't forgive yet, but I think you should eventually. And my final take is, I do think that him cutting them off was a little bit of dysfunction on his part. And I don't think...
No, it wasn't. It was fine. Michael Jackson did it to his dad. He could do it to them.
that they necessarily deserved that. It doesn't sound like... I wasn't there, but based on what you said, I don't know if I'd want to keep that dysfunction going.
Yeah. And I want you to be giving out of joy.
Mm-hmm.
That's how giving should be done,
Yes.
not out of, I just hate to be doing this with a clenched fist. So I'd read that Bible again and see if all that grace and mercy talk might eventually heal some of this relational dysfunction.
Yeah, guess what they're saying? The money that you get will heal it. You think money is going to heal it? If they didn't want to heal it themselves, that's fake as hell. That is probably the... Look, link to the original videos down below. Those two sound like they kind of know what they're talking about. They're cool. Everybody got their own opinions on this thing. There's no right or wrong opinion. I'm just saying, y'all just heard it. Money will heal it. If you give them the money, that's gonna... No. They're, like I just said 2 minutes ago, they're gonna probably take the money and never speak to him again. Ever. Who knows? But you gotta kind of test the waters or test it out. But he already knows, as soon as I go talk to him, they're going to bring up the money. They only hit me up. Like the last time they hit him up was to get 300. They reached out to him just for money. They didn't reach out to him to work it out. I think these two kind of missed that on the nose. I mean, they're probably thinking about the... I don't know. They had a time limit on this call. They had to think, out loud on the spot. They had to freestyle some stuff. But no, they already came to him for money after the dad died and didn't want to heal shit. That's it. But then here's another thing. Are they just mad at me again because I didn't want to give them the money? But if I do give them the money, will that calm some waters? Maybe it will. It's a very hard decision. You see how the people that get hurt the most have to be the ones to be demanded to forgive once you got something materialistic, just like your mom's boyfriend did or husband, or I don't know if that guy's still around, that they're asking for $300,000 to help pay off their college tuition, but they asked before, so maybe that relationship didn't work out with the mom and the new boyfriend that had money that bought their love, allegedly, or whatever, right? Yeah, this whole thing, look, man, hell no. Like I said in the beginning, I'll just pay off their tuitions, and probably if y'all don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me, bro. Don't, hell no. No, I don't know. But I'm not in his shoes. I'm not in their shoes. So how he feels really remorseful, but he thinks about his dad a lot. He loves his dad. He couldn't love his sisters or his mom. It seems like the son was probably the only one that was willing to be glue to put things back together. Even the dad tried to reach out before. They did all the work. They reached out. They wanted money. The sisters didn't want nothing to do, but now they come back. Now you get 8 figures, and now these niggas, nah. Some people will let them just go ahead and I was going to say rot in debt, but, clean the debt up yourself. Don't ask, you ain't, nah. Because now the son, all he got is, his kids, if he has kids, and whoever else is on his side, maybe his aunt, maybe some uncles. I don't know how big his family is on his dad's side. He don't have nobody no more. He don't have his dad or anything. So if that's all he has, and then he has to rely on, love from his sisters, if he can, mend anything, that's going to be hard on him. So pray for that dude, man. I ain't worried about the fucking sisters. Pray for that guy. He has to be the bigger person in everything now. Everything. And then they pretty much telling him, you hold the keys to reconcile everything because of money. All right.